Welcome to Heavenly Tales, where timeless stories of faith, prophecy, and divine wisdom come alive. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and mysterious events foretold in Islamic tradition, the final battle, a cosmic clash between good and evil, where the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. What signs will lead us there? Who are the key players? And what does this epic struggle mean for you and me right here, right now? If you're ready to uncover the secrets of the end times and prepare your heart and mind for what's to come, then let's begin.
The concept of the final battle holds a profound place in Islamic eschatology, capturing the imagination and faith of believers for centuries. It is a pivotal event foretold in the Quran and Hadith, marking the climax of the struggle between good and evil before the day of judgment. This battle is not merely a physical confrontation, but a spiritual and cosmic clash that will determine the fate of humanity. Understanding what Islamic prophecy says about this ultimate conflict offers deep insights into the nature of faith, the signs of the end times, and the hope that sustains believers through trials. Islamic teachings describe the final battle as a momentous event involving key figures such as the Mahdi, the Dajjal, the Antichrist, and the return of Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him. Each plays a crucial role in the unfolding of the end times, and their stories are intertwined with warnings, signs, and divine interventions. The Mahdi is portrayed as a righteous leader who will emerge to restore justice and faith, while the Dajjal represents deception and chaos, leading many astray. Prophet Isa's return is seen as a sign of hope and divine justice, as he will defeat the Dajjal and establish peace. The Quran, while not detailing the final battle explicitly, provides verses that allude to the cosmic struggle between truth and falsehood, light and darkness. The Hadith literature, however, offers more detailed descriptions, painting a vivid picture of the events leading up to and including the final battle. These narrations emphasize the importance of recognizing the signs, preparing spiritually, and remaining steadfast in faith. One of the most significant aspects of the final battle is its symbolic representation of the eternal conflict between good and evil. It reminds believers that life is a test, and the forces of darkness will always seek to undermine truth and justice. Yet, the prophecy assures that ultimately, good will triumph and divine justice will prevail. This assurance provides comfort and motivation for believers to remain patient and committed to righteousness. The signs leading to the final battle are numerous and varied, ranging from social and moral decay to natural disasters and political upheavals. Islamic scholars have interpreted these signs as warnings to humanity to return to the path of righteousness and prepare for the inevitable confrontation. Among these signs are the widespread corruption, loss of trust, and the rise of false leaders who will misguide the masses. The emergence of the Dajjal is one of the most feared and significant signs. Described as a deceiver with extraordinary powers, the Dajjal will spread falsehood and claim divinity, testing the faith of believers. His arrival will coincide with great turmoil and confusion, making it essential for Muslims to be knowledgeable and vigilant. The Hadith provide detailed descriptions of the Dajjal's characteristics and the ways to recognize and resist his influence.
The Mahdi's role is equally crucial. He is prophesied to appear during these turbulent times to lead the believers, restore justice, and prepare the way for Prophet Isa's return. The Mahdi's leadership will unite the faithful and counter the chaos unleashed by the Dajjal and his followers. His reign, though temporary, will be marked by peace, justice, and the revival of true Islamic values. Prophet Isa's return is the climax of the final battle narrative. According to Islamic tradition, Isa will descend from the heavens, join forces with the Mahdi, and confront the Dajjal. His victory will symbolize the restoration of divine order and the establishment of lasting peace. Isa's role also bridges Islamic and Christian eschatology, highlighting their shared belief in his second coming as a sign of the end times. The final battle is not only a physical event, but also a spiritual test for humanity. It challenges individuals to examine their faith, resist temptation, and uphold justice. The prophecy encourages believers to strengthen their relationship with Allah, seek knowledge, and live righteous lives in preparation for these trials. It also serves as a reminder that ultimate victory belongs to Allah alone. In the modern context, the teachings about the final battle resonate with many who witness global conflicts, moral challenges, and societal changes. The prophecy offers a framework to understand these events within a spiritual perspective, providing hope and guidance. It calls on believers to remain vigilant, united, and patient, trusting in Allah's plan. As we delve deeper into the details of the final battle, we will explore the specific signs, the roles of the key figures, and the spiritual lessons embedded in the prophecy. We will also discuss how these teachings can inspire and prepare us for the challenges ahead, fostering resilience and faith. Understanding the final battle is not about fear, but about awareness and readiness. It invites believers to reflect on their lives, strengthen their faith, and uphold justice and peace in the world. The prophecy is a call to action, urging us to embody the values that will ultimately triumph.
As we move forward, it is essential to understand the signs that will precede the final battle, as described in Islamic prophecy. These signs serve as warnings and reminders for believers to prepare themselves spiritually and morally for the trials ahead. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, provided detailed descriptions of these signs in various hadiths, emphasizing their importance in recognizing the approach of the end times. One of the earliest signs is the widespread moral decay and loss of ethical values. The Prophet foretold that people would abandon honesty, justice, and compassion, leading to rampant corruption and injustice. Trust would become scarce, and betrayal would become common even among close relations. This erosion of moral fabric is seen as a clear indication that the world is nearing the time of great upheaval. Another significant sign is the prevalence of false leaders and tyrants who will misguide the masses. These individuals will claim authority and power, but will lead people away from the true path. Their rule will be marked by oppression, injustice, and the suppression of truth. The rise of such leaders is a test for believers to remain steadfast and discerning. Natural disasters and unusual phenomena are also mentioned as signs of the approaching final battle. Earthquakes, floods, and other calamities will increase in frequency and intensity, shaking the foundations of societies. These events serve as reminders of Allah's power and the transient nature of this world, urging humanity to turn back to righteousness. The spread of ignorance and the decline of knowledge is another troubling sign. The Prophet foretold that true knowledge would become scarce and people would follow misguided interpretations and false teachings. This spiritual darkness will make it harder for many to distinguish truth from falsehood, increasing the challenges faced by believers. Social unrest and widespread conflict are also foretold. Wars and bloodshed will become common, with nations and communities divided and at odds. These conflicts will not only be physical, but also ideological, as the battle between good and evil intensifies on multiple fronts. Among the most feared signs is the emergence of the Dajjal, the great deceiver. The Dajjal will appear during a time of chaos and confusion, claiming divinity and performing miracles to deceive many. His arrival will be a severe test of faith, as he will have the power to sway large numbers of people away from the truth. The Prophet provided detailed descriptions of the Dajjal's characteristics, including his one blind eye and the word kafir, or disbeliever, written on his forehead, which only true believers will recognize. The Dajjal's influence will extend across the world, spreading falsehood and corruption. He will promise wealth, power, and pleasure, enticing people to follow him. However, his reign will be short-lived, as divine intervention will ultimately lead to his defeat.
The Mahdi's emergence is another crucial sign. The Mahdi is a righteous leader who will appear during these turbulent times to restore justice and faith. He will unite the believers, lead them against the forces of evil, and prepare the way for Prophet Isa's return. The Mahdi's leadership will bring hope and stability amidst chaos, marking a turning point in the struggle between good and evil. Prophet Isa's return is the final and most significant sign before the Day of Judgment. According to Islamic tradition, Isa will descend from the heavens, join forces with the Mahdi, and confront the Dajjal. His victory will symbolize the restoration of divine order and the establishment of lasting peace. Isa's role also bridges Islamic and Christian eschatology, highlighting the shared belief in his second coming as a sign of the end times. The final battle itself will be a monumental confrontation involving the forces of good, led by the Mahdi and Prophet Isa, against the forces of evil, led by the Dajjal and his followers. This battle will not only be physical, but also spiritual, representing the ultimate test of faith and righteousness. The outcome of the battle is assured by divine promise. Good will triumph and evil will be vanquished. This victory will usher in a period of peace, justice, and spiritual renewal, fulfilling the prophecies of the end times. For believers, the prophecy of the final battle serves as both a warning and a source of hope. It warns of the trials and tribulations that will come, but also assures that Allah's mercy and justice will prevail. It encourages believers to prepare themselves through faith, knowledge, and righteous deeds. In the modern world, these signs resonate with many who witness moral decline, social unrest, and global conflicts. The prophecy provides a framework to understand these events within a spiritual context, offering guidance and reassurance. As we continue, we will explore the roles of the key figures in the final battle in greater detail, examining their characteristics, missions, and significance. Understanding these figures helps believers recognize the signs and strengthen their faith. Stay with me as we delve deeper into the fascinating and profound teachings about the Mahdi, the Dajjal, and the return of Prophet Isa, uncovering the wisdom and hope embedded in Islamic eschatology.
To truly grasp the magnitude of the final battle, it is essential to understand the key figures who will shape its course: the Mahdi, the Dajjal, and Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him. Each plays a unique and vital role in the unfolding of the end times, and their stories are deeply interwoven with the spiritual and physical realities of this ultimate confrontation. The Mahdi, often referred to as the Guided One, is a central figure in Islamic eschatology. His emergence is seen as a divine response to the widespread injustice and chaos that will characterize the end times. The Mahdi will be a just and righteous leader, chosen by Allah to restore order, justice, and true faith among the believers. His leadership will unite the Muslim community and inspire hope in a world overshadowed by darkness. Descriptions of the Mahdi and Hadith literature emphasize his noble lineage, often tracing his ancestry to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He will be a man of great piety, wisdom, and courage, possessing qualities that command respect and loyalty. The Mahdi's mission will be to eradicate oppression, establish justice, and prepare the way for the return of Prophet Isa. The Mahdi's reign, though temporary, will be marked by remarkable achievements. He will lead the believers in a series of victories against the forces of evil, restoring peace and righteousness. His leadership will be characterized by fairness, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the principles of Islam. The Mahdi will also revive the true teachings of the faith, correcting deviations and guiding people back to the path of righteousness. Opposing the Mahdi is the Dajjal, the great deceiver and embodiment of falsehood. The Dajjal's arrival will be one of the most challenging tests for humanity. He will possess extraordinary powers, including the ability to perform miracles and deceive many people. His mission is to spread corruption, mislead the masses, and challenge the authority of Allah. The Dajjal is described in vivid detail in the Hadiths. He will be blind in one eye, with the other eye protruding like a floating grape. The word kafir, disbeliever, will be written on his forehead, visible to true believers. Despite his physical deformities, the Dajjal will be charismatic and persuasive, attracting followers through false promises of wealth, power, and pleasure. The Dajjal's reign will be marked by widespread turmoil and suffering. He will travel the world, spreading his influence and challenging the faith of believers. His presence will coincide with natural disasters, social upheaval, and moral decay. The Dajjal's deception will be so powerful that many will be led astray, making it essential for believers to be vigilant and knowledgeable.
Prophet Isa's return is the culmination of the eschatological narrative. According to Islamic tradition, Isa will descend from the heavens during the time of great turmoil, joining forces with the Mahdi to confront the Dajjal. His return is a sign of divine mercy and justice, signaling the restoration of truth and the defeat of falsehood. Isa's role in the final battle is multifaceted. He will break the cross, kill the swine, and abolish the Jizya tax, symbolizing the correction of misconceptions and the establishment of true monotheism. Isa will lead the believers in battle against the Dajjal and his followers, ultimately defeating the deceiver and restoring peace. The return of Isa also serves as a bridge between Islamic and Christian eschatology, highlighting shared beliefs about the end times. Both traditions anticipate his second coming as a pivotal event in the final days, emphasizing his role as a just and divinely guided leader. The final battle itself will be a monumental event, involving not only these key figures, but also the forces of good and evil gathered from across the world. It will be a test of faith, courage, and righteousness, with the fate of humanity hanging in the balance. The battle will not be limited to physical combat, but will also encompass spiritual warfare. Believers will be called upon to resist temptation, uphold justice, and remain steadfast in their faith. The prophecy encourages Muslims to prepare themselves through prayer, knowledge, and righteous deeds. The victory of good over evil in the final battle is assured by Allah's promise. This triumph will usher in a period of peace, justice, and spiritual renewal, fulfilling the divine plan for humanity. The prophecy serves as a source of hope and motivation for believers, reminding them that despite the trials, ultimate success belongs to those who remain faithful. Understanding the roles of the Mahdi, the Dajjal, and Prophet Isa helps believers recognize the signs of the end times and strengthens their resolve. It encourages vigilance, knowledge, and spiritual preparedness, essential qualities for navigating the challenges ahead.
The prophecy of the final battle is rich with spiritual lessons that extend far beyond the physical events it describes. At its core, this prophecy is a profound reminder of the eternal struggle between good and evil, truth and falsehood, light and darkness. It calls believers to cultivate resiliency, hope, and unwavering faith in the face of life's greatest challenges. One of the most important spiritual lessons is the necessity of patience, or sabr. The end times will be marked by trials and tribulations that test the faith of every believer. The final battle itself symbolizes the ultimate test, where steadfastness and perseverance will determine who remains true to Allah's path. Patience is not passive waiting, but an active endurance, a commitment to righteousness despite hardship. Closely linked to patience is the concept of tawakkul, or trust in Allah. The prophecy teaches that while believers must strive and prepare, ultimate reliance is on Allah's wisdom and power. Trusting Allah means accepting that He controls the outcome of all events, even when circumstances seem dire. This trust brings peace to the heart and strength to the spirit, enabling believers to face adversity with courage. The final battle also emphasizes the importance of knowledge and awareness. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned that many would be deceived by false leaders and the Dajjal's tricks. To resist these deceptions, believers must seek knowledge, understand the signs, and remain vigilant. Knowledge empowers believers to distinguish truth from falsehood and to uphold justice. Another key lesson is the value of unity and community. The Mahdi's role in uniting the believers highlights the strength found in collective faith and cooperation. In times of division and conflict, the prophecy encourages Muslims to come together, support one another, and work towards common goals rooted in justice and righteousness. The prophecy also teaches humility. Despite the grandeur of the events and the prominence of the key figures, ultimate victory belongs to Allah alone. Believers are reminded to remain humble servants, recognizing that their success depends on divine mercy and guidance. Humility fosters gratitude, patience, and a sincere commitment to faith.
The final battle serves as a reminder of the transient nature of this world. The trials and conflicts of the end times underscore that worldly power and wealth are fleeting.
True success lies in spiritual resilience and preparation for the hereafter. This perspective encourages believers to prioritize their relationship with Allah and to live with purpose and integrity. The prophecy also inspires hope. Despite the darkness and chaos described, the ultimate outcome is victory for good and the establishment of peace. This hope sustains believers through difficulties, reminding them that Allah's justice will prevail and that their efforts are not in vain. Practically, the teachings about the final battle encourage believers to strengthen their faith through prayer, fasting, charity, and righteous deeds. These acts build spiritual resilience and prepare the heart for the trials ahead. The prophecy also calls for increased knowledge, reflection, and community engagement. In today's world, these spiritual lessons are particularly relevant. Many face moral challenges, social unrest, and personal struggles that test their faith. The prophecy offers guidance and reassurance, encouraging believers to remain patient, trust in Allah, seek knowledge, and support one another. As we continue, we will explore how the signs and events of the final battle relate to contemporary issues and how believers can apply these lessons in their daily lives. We will also discuss the importance of hope and preparation in navigating uncertain times. Stay with me as we delve deeper into the spiritual wisdom of the final battle prophecy and discover how it can inspire and guide us today.
As we reflect on the spiritual lessons of the final battle, it becomes clear that preparation is not only about understanding prophecy, but also about practical steps believers can take to strengthen their faith and character. The end times will be a period of great trials, and the ability to endure will depend largely on one's spiritual readiness and commitment to righteousness. One of the most important aspects of preparation is cultivating a strong personal relationship with Allah. This relationship is nurtured through regular prayer, salah, sincere supplication, dua, fasting, and remembrance, dhikr. These acts of worship build resilience, provide comfort, and keep the believer grounded in faith. They serve as a shield against the temptations and deceptions that will be rampant during the end times. Knowledge is another critical component of preparation. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of seeking knowledge, especially in times of confusion and deception. Understanding the signs of the end times, the characteristics of the Dajjal, and the role of the Mahdi and Prophet Isa equips believers to recognize truth and avoid being misled. Knowledge empowers believers to make informed decisions and to guide others. Community involvement also plays a vital role. The prophecy highlights the strength found in unity and collective faith. Believers are encouraged to build supportive communities that foster spiritual growth, mutual support, and accountability. These communities can provide guidance, encouragement, and protection against the divisive forces that will be prevalent during the end times. Charity and good deeds are essential in preparing for the final battle. Acts of kindness, justice, and service to others not only benefit society, but also purify the soul and increase one's closeness to Allah. The end times will test the sincerity and generosity of believers, making these deeds even more significant. Maintaining hope and optimism is crucial. The prophecy assures believers that, despite the trials, victory belongs to the righteous. This hope motivates believers to persevere and to continue striving for goodness even when faced with adversity. It reminds us that Allah's mercy is vast and that no hardship is permanent.
The final battle also calls for vigilance and awareness. Believers must be alert to the signs of the times and the tactics of deception. This vigilance includes being cautious about whom to trust, avoiding false teachings, and standing firm in the face of pressure. It requires courage and conviction to uphold the truth in challenging circumstances. In practical terms, believers can prepare by strengthening their knowledge of the Quran and Hadith, engaging in regular worship, participating in community activities, and fostering strong family ties. These actions create a foundation of faith
that can withstand the storms of the end times. The prophecy of the final battle is not meant to instill fear, but to inspire readiness and confidence. It encourages believers to live with purpose, integrity, and a deep sense of responsibility. By embodying the values of patience, trust, knowledge, unity, and hope, believers can navigate the challenges ahead with grace and strength. In the modern world, these teachings are more relevant than ever. Global conflicts, moral challenges, and social upheavals can be understood through the lens of Islamic eschatology, providing context and meaning. The prophecy offers a roadmap for believers to remain steadfast and hopeful. As we approach the conclusion of this exploration, we will summarize the key points and reflect on the enduring significance of the final battle prophecy. We will also offer encouragement and guidance for living faithfully in anticipation of these events. Stay with me for the final section as we bring together the insights and lessons from the prophecy of the final battle and consider their application in our lives today.
As we conclude our journey through the profound teachings of the final battle prophecy, it is important to reflect on the enduring significance of these revelations and how they can shape our lives today. The prophecy is not merely a prediction of future events, but a timeless guide that calls believers to live with awareness, faith, and purpose. One of the most powerful takeaways is the reminder that life is a test and the forces of good and evil are constantly at play. The final battle symbolizes this eternal struggle, urging us to choose righteousness and remain steadfast in our commitment to Allah's path. It teaches us that no matter how difficult the trials, victory ultimately belongs to those who uphold truth and justice. The prophecy also emphasizes the importance of spiritual preparation. In a world filled with distractions, temptations, and challenges, maintaining a strong connection with Allah is essential. This connection is nurtured through sincere worship, reflection, and adherence to Islamic principles. By doing so, believers build resilience that will sustain them through the trials of the end times. Hope is another central theme. Despite the darkness and chaos described in the prophecy, the ultimate outcome is one of peace, justice, and divine mercy. This hope inspires believers to persevere, knowing that Allah's plan is perfect and that their efforts are meaningful. It encourages us to look beyond the immediate difficulties and trust in the promise of a better future. The roles of the Mahdi, the Dajjal, and Prophet Isa serve as reminders of the complexity of the spiritual journey. Each figure represents different aspects of the human experience: guidance, temptation, and redemption. Understanding their significance helps believers navigate their own challenges with greater insight and faith. Community and unity remain vital. The prophecy calls on believers to support one another, foster understanding, and work together to uphold justice. In times of division and conflict, this unity is a source of strength and hope. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that collective faith can overcome even the greatest obstacles. As we conclude our journey through the profound teachings of the final battle prophecy, it is important to reflect on the enduring significance of these revelations and how they can shape our lives today. The prophecy is not merely a prediction of future events, but a timeless guide that calls believers to live with awareness, faith, and purpose. One of the most powerful takeaways is the reminder that life is a test and the forces of good and evil are constantly at play. The final battle symbolizes this eternal struggle, urging us to choose righteousness and remain steadfast in our commitment
to Allah's path. It teaches us that no matter how difficult the trials, victory ultimately belongs to those who uphold truth and justice. The prophecy also emphasizes the importance of spiritual preparation. In a world filled with distractions, temptations, and challenges, maintaining a strong connection with Allah is essential. This connection is nurtured through sincere worship, reflection, and adherence to Islamic principles. By doing so, believers build resilience that will sustain them through the trials of the end times. Hope is another central theme. Despite the darkness and chaos described in the prophecy, the ultimate outcome is one of peace, justice, and divine mercy. This hope inspires believers to persevere, knowing that Allah's plan is perfect and that their efforts are meaningful. It encourages us to look beyond the immediate difficulties and trust in the promise of a better future. The roles of the Mahdi, the Dajjal, and Prophet Isa serve as reminders of the complexity of the spiritual journey. Each figure represents different aspects of the human experience: guidance, temptation, and redemption. Understanding their significance helps believers navigate their own challenges with greater insight and faith. Community and unity remain vital. The prophecy calls on believers to support one another, foster understanding, and work together to uphold justice. In times of division and conflict, this unity is a source of strength and hope. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that collective faith can overcome even the greatest obstacles.
As we face the uncertainties of our time, the prophecy of the final battle offers a framework for understanding and responding to the world around us. It encourages us to be vigilant, patient, and compassionate, embodying the values that will lead to ultimate success. In practical terms, this means living with integrity, seeking knowledge, engaging in sincere worship, and contributing positively to our communities. It means resisting the allure of falsehood and standing firm in the face of adversity. It means nurturing hope and trust in Allah's mercy. The final battle prophecy is a call to action, a reminder that our choices matter and that our faith is a source of strength and guidance. It challenges us to prepare not only for the events foretold, but for the spiritual journey that defines our lives. Thank you for joining me in exploring this profound and inspiring topic. May the lessons of the final battle strengthen your faith, deepen your understanding, and guide you on the path of righteousness. If you found this video meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit. Together, we can spread knowledge, inspire hope, and support one another in faith. Until next time, may Allah bless you and keep you steadfast on the path of truth.